What's up, everybody? August the 2nd, 2025. Okay. So I recently made a video, but for me it wasn't deep enough. All right. So um, another truck driver, a black man. I'm not sure if he was American or not, but black man has come up missing. Now, if you stay in the Twitter, YouTube streets, and these other social media platforms, you probably would have heard it by now, because I don't think that they're putting it on your, the major news outlets like CNN and Fox and all that, okay? They're not really talking about it there. You're going to have to get it in the social media streets, okay? So another black trucker has come up missing. Uh, one young black man, he was a trucker. He was on the road working. All of a sudden they found him strung on a fence as if he had hung himself. And that's what they were trying to say. So somebody is targeting our truck drivers. All right. Now, I've never been a truck driver. I don't know about what they learned, their safety measures, their lingo, or nothing like that. But I'm just going to assume that they're already aware that they have to be very careful, because whatever it is they're transporting, somebody might want to steal, and so forth. So the average person, I would think they would be very wary of, okay? But I was listening, I think it was on Twitter. I'm not sure, it might have been on YouTube. And somebody was saying that they think the police are doing these murders. They're committing these murders. The police, not far-fetched. We don't have any proof, but why are these truck drivers willingly getting out of their trucks for anybody? Why would they stop just because somebody in a regular car, a regular everyday person, told them or asked them to stop? I'm just going to assume that our truck drivers are aware of so-called sundown towns, the same sundown towns that should not exist, but we don't know. All of our energy and our anger and everything is focused towards the wrong direction, but so they still exist, but whatever. Okay, the only person that could really get a trucker out of their truck is a cop, because if they're behind you and they're flashing their lights, all people, 99.5%, stop. They stop for the cops. They're not gonna stop for some nobody. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, they just not. I don't think they're prone to doing that. So who does it look like is responsible for these murders? It's easier for law enforcement to commit these crimes and get away with it. Another thing that I know, Americans, we know this, that for a long time, police departments have been hiring known racists and racist people, or men, mostly men, that come from malicious, alt-right racist groups, so-called like MAGA, the Klan, and so forth. These are the people that they seek to hire more than anybody else. It has been done on purpose. All right. So we've been privy to this. I know I have for decades, because it was a known fact that a sergeant in LA started hiring white men from racist and domestic terrorist organizations for decades. All right. So that's one of the main reasons why the police give the inhabitants, melanated inhabitants, and maybe brown, I don't know, but I'm talking about us, why they been giving us hell and harassing us for decades. They come straight from right racist organizations. All right. So I want to speak to our men, because your goddamn focus is still off. You don't know you act like, a lot of us act like you don't know your mouth from your asshole. You're not taking these things serious. All right. You're not really, most of us, not the amount that should. You're not prepared for what's coming. It's gonna come. It's gonna happen. For the past over 20 years, because I know I've been hearing it for over 20 years, you have spent your anger and all your energy, you put it into hating on black women, talking about hair, nails, eyelashes, and weaves. A lot of you you chimed in and listened just for fun. All of your energy is directed towards stuff like this, okay? Don't you think that you have talked enough about women's aesthetics and stuff like that, and feminism and too strong? Don't you think you focus enough on that? You better start focusing your energy on survival of the fittest. You're going to have to learn surveillance, how to protect your home, your neighborhood, how to protect your family. You're going to have to get in shape. You're going to have to learn how to shoot a gun and who the hell to point it at, and to teach your children the same. Now, you got to teach them who they're supposed to be pointing the gun at, and they got to learn how to use it. You need to learn to be a survivalist and a minimalist. In other words, learning how to survive when there are no resources readily available or right in front of you that you can see. All right? You need to learn how to survive in the mountains and in the woods and maybe even the desert. All right? What percentage of our people, period, now I'm focused on the men, know how to do these things? And don't say we all know. No, you don't. You need to be more quiet and more observant. Get offline talking about women, oh my God, and form groups to talk about what I'm telling you here. You dealing with demons and monsters. You're going to have to become a monster to effectively fight them. Fight back and hopefully defeat them as much as possible, because they're coming for you. They've been planning since forever. They've been planning. Okay? So in a minute, a lot of catastrophic things are getting ready to happen. And the police will not be able to answer your calls. The police department are getting ready to go defunct. And the cops are getting ready to just join their militias, because that's where most of them came from anyway. These racist, alt-right groups, MAGA, whatever you want to call them, Nazis, whatever. Okay? And guess what they're going to do to specifically, but not only, black males? You're going to be a target. You're going to be a walking target. They're going to just ride around in their cars and see you and just shoot you down like you some type of beast of the field. Okay? They gonna kidnap you and your kids and your women at will. All right. You can talk about how you don't care about black women as a whole, if that's what you own, because I've heard a lot of y'all say this, but I'm pretty sure you care about your daughters. Hopefully you care about your sisters and your aunts, your moms, maybe your cousins, female cousins. I'm sure you do. Okay? And going back to surveillance, you got to learn you got to do it like the Army does it. You got to learn combat. A lot of us have been to the Army and we know a little something, but not enough of us are trying to prepare. All right? So it's time to get off the dumb stuff, brothers, because you're going to have to fight and you're not ready. Your health is bad. Your mind is unfocused and confused, a lot of you. You don't know how to properly shoot a gun, load it, clean it, keep it safe, and keep people around it safe. You just don't know it. You just don't know the stuff, the military skills that you need to know. It wouldn't hurt to learn Spanish. Make your kids learn it. We're not prepared for this. We ain't ready for this. When we see so many of our people down in the streets, then we're going to try to prepare. It's going to be damn near too late. You ain't going to have nothing to work with. You don't know how to see food growing on the ground because you've been taught that it was weeds. You're going to be starving. Folk going to be starving. You never even thought about growing a small garden in your backyard or on your balcony. I grow a small garden on my balcony in an apartment. We don't even know how to do that much. Grow a potato. Potato is the easiest thing in the world to grow. Y'all, it's going to get really, really bad. I don't know. Sisters, if you need to listen too. You need to get in shape. You need to learn how to use a gun and who to shoot it with. You need to learn surveillance. I keep telling you, get a gun and learn who you're supposed to be pointing it at, because some of the people you're going to have to point it at going to look just like you. Some of them, they're not going to be you. They're going to be foreigners. All right, some of them, they're going to be desperate. They are you, but they're desperate. They're hungry. They need sustenance. You're going to have to learn how to protect yourself too, learn how to fight. Y'all need to learn Jiu-Jitsu, however you say it, karate or something. You got to learn. You got to do it. You got to prepare, sister. You got to prepare yourself and your family. But the sad part is, it's not going to happen. You just going to have to, it's going to be right there in front of you. And it's going to be survival of the fittest, and you ain't going to be prepared. That's how it is. Because really, the main place for you to prepare is in your mind and in your heart. You ain't even prepared there, I don't think. Some of y'all still waiting on the mothership to come back and save you. Others waiting on Jesus. Nobody's going to save you. Watch and see. Nobody is going to come and save you. You're going to have to save yourself. I'm afraid that a lot of our people are just going to have to perish. That's just the way it is, because a lot of people are going to perish all around the world because they're poisoning people, starting wars in different places, and major catastrophes are taking people out all around the world. The water is going to keep coming, baby. The water is going to keep coming until FEMA and other emergency services will not be able to contain it. And it's about to go to hell. Before it gets better, it's going to go straight to hell. Even if it if it gets better. But it's getting ready to go to hell, so that's what I'm saying. This is for everybody don't matter your skin tone or whatever. You need to be prepared. And thank y'all for listening to this video. This video is not to bully anybody or harass them or point the finger at them. I'm just saying, okay? Peace, y'all.